When you're in the process of becoming something new, you're literally transforming your identity. You're becoming completely a new person. Your self-image is literally going to change the way that you are at a very human, tangible, physical level. And I'm going to be sharing with you in this video how to universally across anything that you're turning into, whether you're turning into, somebody that has a different career path, or whether you're turning into somebody that has different communication skills or communication styles, or maybe you want to show up in the world in a different way in comparison to the way that you've been. Regardless of what you're shifting into, the process of transformation universally across the board has a lot of things that are just the way that it is for regardless of how you transform, if that makes sense. And so in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how to understand the process of transformation itself so that you can become who you want to be, how to understand the core of transformation, the actual core of how your consciousness works and how that connects to the way that you transform in your life. So this is going to be how to understand the process of transformation so you can become who you really want to be. So if you're new to this channel, what I want you to do is I want you to hit that subscribe button. I want you to hit that notification bell because I do post a new video every single day. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation. So what's the first thing you want to understand when it comes to the process of transformation? Everything in life starts with a choice. Now that choice can be unconscious or conscious, we'll get to that later, but nonetheless, your life and who you become is a choice. You can choose to be what you want to be in this world. You don't leave it up to some external force. And if you watch this channel, you know that I love to trust in the divine, which is me trusting in myself. But we'll get to that later. I mean, a piece of myself, because we're all one, but we'll save that for later on. What you want to do is decide to make a choice. If you want to be somebody in your life, decide that is the way you are going to be. Make the choice. Because once you realize who you truly are, again, there's a lot that we have to get into later in this video because we can't get into all of it right away, but you want to make a choice because you understand that you have that ability to make a choice. Decide who you want to be. Decide, make a choice, intend that you want to be fill in the blank. This is the first step to the process of transformation, because you got to realize you're always making a choice to become something, whether you make that choice consciously or unconsciously. This is the process of transformation. We're always choosing to live into certain roles and to be a certain way. But what happens is when you start to realize that you have a choice and it doesn't have to happen to you, you can now use this understanding to become the individual that you prefer to be. Not the way that you've been conditioned to already be, but to make a choice to live into the person you prefer to be instead. So what I want you to understand is that all transformation, you becoming a new role, does in fact start with a choice, whether it happens unconsciously or unconsciously. Because think about it like this. It's just like you don't just become things randomly. Like you have to choose it. You choose to do something. Now maybe when you were super young, super unconscious, you chose to be a certain way without realizing it. But think about it, it's literally a fact that you just live into. Like, I don't want to say it's a fact, but like in my experience, it's like the more that I contemplate this, the more that I realize that I'm always choosing the next role that I live into. whether I become this or I become that, or even in a relationship level, what role you play in that moment. Are you the friend? Are you the romantic partner? You always choose what role you live into, but the question is, are you doing it consciously? Are you consciously choosing the roles that you step into in your life? And I want you to understand that it's as simple as making a choice and intending. Decide that you are going to now be whatever you want, YouTuber, coach, artist. Make that choice. And so once you do this, once you own it, that's where things get really fun. But here's the tricky part. I want you to own the fact that, like, whatever you want to be in your life, whether you want to be, let's just say, for example, you want to be an artist. You're probably going to have a lot of limitation around being an artist, because that might motivate you to say, "Okay, Francis, make the choice. That sounds beautiful, but I have all these limiting beliefs. So now what, Francis? Because my mind's saying I can't make a choice because of this. I can't make a choice because of that. I'm not qualified enough to be an artist. I don't have the right connections. I don't have..." You see, your mind is going to come up with all sorts of reasons in regards to why you're not able to accomplish this, you transforming into the person you want to be. It's going to come up with all sorts of excuses, all sorts of limitations. And unless I point them out to you, or unless you realize them yourself, they're not going to seem like limitations. They're going to seem like reality. Like, this is the way that it is. Of course, it's not reality. It's just limiting beliefs. And so what you want to do, first of all, is identify what those limiting beliefs are. Be aware of those limiting beliefs to the best degree that you can. Create spaciousness between you and those limiting beliefs. Realize that they're there. Meditation is a great tool to do this. Some sort of external mentor or another external support system to point out your limiting beliefs can be very powerful as well. But what you want to do is become aware of those limiting beliefs and own the fact that you're going to be that thing anyways. This is the key, because when you can create spaciousness between you and your limiting beliefs and realize that your limiting beliefs are not who you are, from that space of spaciousness, you're able to choose the role you want to be anyways. Doesn't matter that your mind says you're not able to accomplish this. Doesn't matter that your mind is coming up with a story around this is how you used to be, this is what the past entails. None of that matters when you can create spaciousness and choose to be what you want to be anyways. So maybe you want to start a business. Oh, I don't know if I can start a business. I don't have the right skills. I don't know if I'm confident enough. I don't know if I'm worthy enough. Yeah, observe all of that. Realize that it's not inherently true in the universe. It's a perspective that you might be attached to. And then from that spaciousness, make the choice to own it anyways. This is the beginning of transformation. It's letting go of the old and shifting into the new, but being aware that the old is going to try to suck you in to its BS. Belief systems. But also bullshit, if I'm going to be honest with you. Because it's not actually bullshit, because belief systems are useful, right? It's not to bash the old self or to condemn the old self, but it's to be aware that those limiting beliefs are limiting relative to the person that you want to become. So maybe those limitations used to be useful for you. They were actually what allowed you to be what you wanted to be given that phase of your life. Beliefs always serve us until they don't, until they stop serving. So when you're making a choice to be something new and you decide, I'm going to start that business, I'm going to manifest that relationship, I'm going to become the kind of person that wants that can create this thing in my life, this art, this project. What you want to do is be aware that the old limiting beliefs, the old beliefs are now limiting. They are not in alignment with the new reality that you're trying to step into. So what you want to do is be conscious of the fact that you can literally see that with your awareness and your consciousness and make the choice to own the fact that you're going to step into that role anyways. Because when you can see that you are not your limitations, you are not who you think you are, you can become whoever you want to be. Quote me on that, Francis Tratch. 2020. When you realize that you are not your limitations, from that space of consciousness, you can choose to be whoever you want to be, whatever you want to be in this world. And so here's the last part, not the last, but one of the things you want to understand, the next part of this process that you want to understand is that you want to own it fully and to be okay with the fact that you're going to have limitations come up in the process of your manifestation, of you becoming who you want to be. Whether we're talking about manifestation here or becoming a new identity, if you're becoming a new identity, you're essentially manifesting a new version of who you are. Whatever you're manifesting in your life, whatever you're trying to be or create, or whoever you're trying to be, my question to you is, are you okay with the fact that limitations are going to come up in the process? Because you want to have proper expectations for what is going to happen when you're shifting into a new version of who you are. Because if you blindly go through that process of transformation, not realizing that your old identity is going to pull back, it's going to fight for its limitations. It's going to say, no, I can't do this. Like, the universe will throw all sorts of tests at you to see how much conviction do you really have in the fact that you're going to be that version of you anyways. Not how much belief do you have, how much conviction do you have that you're going to create it regardless of your current beliefs. It's like you believe that your beliefs don't matter. You believe that you can be what you want regardless of the fact that you don't have the belief now. That's conviction. That's intention. That's knowing that you are going to create that thing despite what your mind is saying to you. This is powerful stuff. This is what is going to allow you to shift. So my question to you is, can you be okay with the fact that you're going to have limitations? It's like, hey, by the way, like, hey, Francis, you're going to have this happen to you. You're probably going to be confused here. Like, imagine you're starting a business, you're learning to make money. You've never made money before in your life. You've never done sales. Yeah, you're thinking, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get into conversations. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make this amount of money. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this amount of clients. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sustain this part of my business. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make a website. I don't know if I'm able to do this. It's like, yeah, I get you. Are you okay with all that coming up to the surface and realizing that it's all completely a limitation? Are you cool with that? It's like, oh yeah, I am cool with that. Beautiful. Now, this is where it gets fun. Because you've owned the fact that you're going to be something regardless of your perceived limitations. And yes, I emphasized the word perceived for a reason there. Because it's not true in the whole universe. It's just your relative perceived limitation. How many things in your life do you think that you have limiting beliefs around that you're not even considering is an option for you to live into because you're blocking off that reality because those limiting beliefs and those filters of reality are blocking you from living into that thing. You probably have, and this is just what it is, I have them too. We all have limiting beliefs because there's a life for you where you can literally shift into a whole new reality, make more money, have better relationships, have all these things happen to you. But because you don't even believe that it's possible, you're not even, this is where it gets really powerful, because not only do you not know that you can't do that thing, you don't even know that you don't know. Not only do you not know that you can create something in your life, you don't even know that you don't even know. If I said that right. So not only do you not know that not only do you have a limiting belief that you can't make money, you're not even conscious that you have that limiting belief. So I don't know if I communicated that the right way, but it's just an ultimate ignorance. It's like, not only, okay, I have a better way of saying this. Not only do you not know you can make money, in your reality, making that money you desire for some people is just literally not an option. Like, I remember I was talking to one of my mentors and he was explaining to me that in some parts of the world, I think in like Afghanistan or something, they don't even know that like other parts of the world exist. They don't even know that other parts of the world exist. If you say, hey, like there's the US, like what is that? You'd have to convince them that America exists. So like to them, it's not even that they have a limiting belief that, oh, you can go to America. They don't even know America exists to begin with. So this is where you gotta realize how much limitation do you have in your life that you're not even conscious of. This is very important to consider if you want to step into your reality. It's not that the people in Afghanistan, again, I don't know if it's Afghanistan, but probably somewhere in the world, I'm sure other areas of the world this applies to too, if you live in like some tribe in the forest or something. It's not that, oh, I don't believe that I can go to America. They don't even know that America exists to begin with. So imagine for some people, it's not that, oh, I don't know if I can make that money. They don't even believe that making that money exists. They don't even believe that it's possible. They don't even believe that it's an option for them to be in a different reality with different finances, for example, or to have the relationship. It's not even an option. So you want to be conscious of what you don't know and also what you don't know about what you don't know. So what you want to be aware of, anyways, I went on a huge tangent there. The question is, can you, way off side tangent, huge side tangent. You want to be, okay, my apologies for that. It's like, we went off the wrong direction there, but I had to say that. It came out for a reason. Be okay with the fact that you are going to have limitations. The old version of you is going to fight for itself. And so here's the beautiful thing, just to conclude this video. It's not about each limiting belief, is what I've noticed. Because there's probably hundreds. Like if you want to become an artist, there's probably like the lack of worthiness, there's the lack of this, there's a lack of that. I don't know if I can, like there's going to be like 50 different limiting beliefs. But it's not, like you can make the process of becoming who you want to be a lot faster when you make a choice to be something regardless of the beliefs. And then what's going to happen is that all the stuff that you were worried about fixing one at a time starts to automatically come up to the surface in the process of you owning what you want it to be. So trust that all the limiting beliefs you have will come up one piece at a time in perfect timing. And all you have to do is own the fact that you're going to be that way regardless, and be okay with the fact that shit is going to come up to the surface. Just be okay with it. You're going to be confused sometimes. You're not going to know how to do things sometimes. You're going to question if you can manifest it. Hold the strength within yourself. Hold the spaciousness. Hold the presence to see that those thoughts are not true and that you can move forward to become the person that you want to be anyways. And you'll find that if you can create that spaciousness in your experience and move forward with who you want to be anyways, you'll start to see that the process of transformation is the same across whatever it is that you're transforming into. Whether you're transforming your beliefs, your identity around finances, whether you're transforming your identity around being in a career path or being in a certain kind of relationship. You transform, limitation comes up, you observe the limitation, you let it go, and you shift into the new reality anyways by making a simple, conscious choice. But the difference now is that you're consciously stepping back into your creative power versus the unconsciousness and the ego choosing life for you. That is the power of being conscious and understanding how the process of transformation works, because now it's in your hands who you want to become, not up to the hands of your conditioning and the way you've been brought up that was going to happen on autopilot automatically without your control to some degree. And the more that you can see that you are a creator and that you have the ability to choose what you want and to make those conscious choices, you're going to live into the life that you really want in a much faster way. So that's all I have for this video. Once again, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation, to see if you're a good fit for the coaching program, to work with me one-on-one personally. As always, leave a comment down below if this resonated with you. Of course, I always love to hear your stories. Also, if this resonated with you, hit that like button so more people can see how to transform their life, because everybody deserves to know how to transform into the person they want to be and find peace within themselves in the process of realizing they are a creator. So as always, have yourself a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.